If you're like most of the retail and e-commerce store owners I meet, the thought of adding more pop-ups to your website actually makes you shudder. I mean, most store owners say that when they visit a website, they find pop-ups ridiculously annoying. So they're loath to use them on their own websites, let alone add even more of them. And you know what? I totally get it. There is nothing more frustrating than being asked to sign up for a newsletter when you've already subscribed. Or even worse, every time you click a button, the same freaking pop-up comes up again and again and again. So it's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that if you annoy your customers with a pop-up, they'll just close that tab down and go elsewhere. But let me ask you, do you leave every single e-commerce website that you go to just because a pop-up appeared? No, right? You either click the close button and you keep browsing, or you enter your email address and you get whatever's on offer. So in today's episode, I want to share with you 4 pop-ups guaranteed to increase conversions and not annoy your customers. Welcome to the Bringing Business to Retail podcast, where I, Selena Knight, share strategies, interview retail revolutionaries, and delve into the minds of e-commerce experts to help you grow a profitable, independent retail or e-commerce business. If you're stuck in a rut, or if you feel like business is way harder than it should be, or you've overachieved all of the things that you've set out to and are wondering what to do next, or how do I even make this better? I know that you're going to love today's episode. If you're stuck in a rut, feel like business is way harder than it should be, or you've achieved all of the things that you set out to and are wondering what next, or how do I even make this better, then I know that you're going to love today's episode. Hey there, and welcome to the Bringing Business to Retail podcast. You already know, without sales, you don't have a business. And if you aren't making a profitable revenue, then you need to look at your sales pillar. In my last episode, I explained that if you are down on your sales, that posting on social media isn't going to move the needle for you, because that's your marketing pillar. If you haven't listened to that episode, I really do suggest that you go back and listen to it. And sure, we all need to market, but if you don't have sales, your business is never going to survive. And if you've already got your marketing pillar sorted, that's things like posting on social media, then we need to focus on the sales pillar. And that's what we're going to talk about in today's episode. The fact is, pop-ups work. And I can tell you this because I am inside of dozens of e-commerce sites every single week. And what I see over and over again is that pop-ups build your customer database and they generate more revenue. And when we think of pop-ups, most of us think of that first annoying pop-up that comes up when you go to a website that asks for your email address so that you can be added to a newsletter. So let me ask you this. If pop-ups don't work, why does everybody have them? And why do you put your email address into them to get specific offers? You know why. Because they do work. You can add thousands, if not tens of thousands of people to your customer database, which we all know, the bigger the database you have, the more sales you're going to make, the more revenue that you're going to generate. So if you add 1,000 new people to your email list, there's a good chance that you could generate another $10,000 in additional revenue, but only if you do pop-ups right. So if you want to stop annoying your customers and boost your conversion rates and your revenue, I want to share with you 4 types of pop-ups that are pretty much guaranteed to work. And I know this because they're the exact same pop-ups that we use on people's websites every single day in the agency side of our business. Now, before I jump in, I will tell you that the key to creating an effective, engaging pop-up is going to take a little bit of effort on your part. And if you're using an email system like our favorite Klaviyo, or even with something like ActiveCampaign, you can do customized segmenting in the pop-up creator. And if you've got another system, I suggest that you go and do a little bit of Googling to see how you can implement these tactics so that you have the best chance for success. All right, So my first pop-up customization is that welcome pop-up, but for people who haven't been to your website before. Yes, that's right. I did say for the people who haven't been to your site before. And this is the easiest way to stop those annoying pop-ups for existing customers. Now, of course, thanks to cookies, the bonus here is that the message that your customer sees, that brand new customer that's never been to your website before, is one that is totally unique. They won't be getting this same pop-up every single time they come back, which instantly boosts connection on return visits. So something that we might put in is, hey, I see you're new around here. If you customize that to a pop-up, immediately I feel like, wow, you already know that I haven't been here before. I'm getting a little bit excited. Remember, customization is the key. So I did a little bit of research because you know I love to do research on this stuff. And according to Sleeknote, they analyzed over 10 million pop-up views, and they found that the optimal time to put that first pop-up in is 8 seconds. At 8 seconds, a pop-up has the highest conversion rate. So that's like a little bonus tip when it comes to your segmenting and your customization is try 8 seconds for that first welcome pop-up and look at the data. Make sure that you are measuring your results and see if that conversion rate goes up at 8 seconds and see if that conversion rate goes up because you've added a specific welcome note. Okay, so with that in mind, should you even show a pop-up to an existing customer? Well, if you want to boost sales, that's a hell yeah from me. So what the heck do you show them then? Well, this brings me to my next pop-up guaranteed to increase conversions and not annoy your customers. Having your customers feel like you care about them and that you know exactly what they're looking for is going to get your customers clicking add to cart quicker. And this is why getting an email address sooner rather than later becomes super important. Because once you have that email address, you can start tracking your customers' buying behavior. And this is one of the easiest but least used conversion tactics that nearly every retailer overlooks. I bet you're dying to know what it is, right? Okay, the next pop-up that you should be implementing is offer specific for your high value customers. And you're thinking, well, how the heck do I know who they are? Well, that's where taking the time to refine your segmenting becomes super important. You probably already have customers that come back and order every couple of weeks, or they come back and order and drop a huge amount of money in one go. Those are your customer royalty. Those are the ones that we need to segment out and give them specific offers. Nobody else is going to see this offer. So let's just talk about this for the moment. So many times I see retail and e-commerce store owners offering free shipping or 10% off to new customers just to try and get them over the line. And look, sometimes that works and sometimes it doesn't. Regardless of how that works for you, the fact is 99% of retailers are doing nothing to reward those customers who come back again and again. So can you imagine if you took the time to craft specific offers targeting those high value customers and actually rewarding their loyalty and encouraging them to spend more? What that would do for your sales and for the customer experience? I mean, as customers, we all want to feel special, but the truth is there aren't a lot of brands out there doing that. So if you do this, imagine what it's going to do for your revenue. It's going to give it a significant boost, right? All because you took an hour or so out of your month to create and customize that pop-up for high value customers. Okay, so just a quick recap. So far, we've covered customized welcome pop-ups for people where it's their first visit to your website. And we've also talked about bespoke offers for high value customers. Now, the next one is one that makes a lot of retailers cringe, but it is the top request from customers. You know where I'm going with this, don't you? Yes, it's good old free shipping. You already know that free shipping can be a deal breaker for your customers. And look, I know from experience, you can't always build free shipping into the price of your products. So the next best offer, which I'm sure you probably already have, is to have free shipping once a customer spends a specific amount. And that, my friends, is where your trusty pop-up comes into play. Now, depending on the e-commerce platform that you're using, there are lots of apps and even themes that have a free shipping pop-up that will show you how much a customer, or not show you, will show your customer how much they need to add to their cart to qualify for free shipping. Now, some of these are really basic, but others will allow you to recommend products. But regardless of which one you use, having a free shipping pop-up that triggers as customers place things in their cart is pretty much guaranteed to increase your conversion rate and increase your average order value. Seeing that message appear, the one that tells your customer exactly how much more they need to spend to get free shipping, it actually motivates them to spend more. I am positive that I am not the only person in the world who adds an extra $30, $40 or $50 worth of stuff into my cart just because I am too much of a tightwad to pay for shipping. I will spend ages looking on a website just to avoid paying for shipping. And if you're thinking, but Sal, I ship all over the world, I can't afford to be doing free shipping everywhere, then that's a really good chance to look at these individual apps and look at which ones can be customized to only show that free shipping to specific geographic locations. Because I know that we can do that on quite a few websites that we use, depending on the apps that we choose. So you can still show the free shipping for those local customers or for the people who are in the same country as you are. And to me, this one's really important because it is literally time and time again the number one reason that customers abandon cart and the number one thing that customers request. But you're a smart business owner and you do not want to be left out of pocket. So making sure that you customize that pop-up for geographic locations or making sure that you analyze how much an order needs to be before you can absorb that shipping, that's the important part. Okay, customized welcome pop-ups, bespoke offers for high-value customers, the free shipping tracker, we've covered those. My last pop-up is probably one that you're familiar with, but maybe you're not utilizing it right now, and that is the cross-sell or upsell pop-up. Now, quite often we rely on that section of our website that says, it's usually at the bottom of the page, that says, customers also looked at or customers also purchased. And as I said, they usually sit in the bottom section of the page. But pop-ups have been shown to significantly increase the amount of conversions and significantly increase the amount that is added to cart rather than a static offer. Now, I know that sometimes cross-sells and upsells are kind of used interchangeably, but cross-sells are when you highlight a product that goes well together, like shampoo and conditioner or shoes and socks. But what I want to really get clear to you is that if you can have the socks, say, if someone purchases a pair of shoes and you can have socks appear in a pop-up that allows a customer to add to cart with one click, not only is it like money for jam, but it's also not happening at the expense of customer experience because you're actually helping your customer to navigate around the store. You're helping them find what they're looking for. And quite often, they might not even know that they needed the thing that you have customized for that pop-up. And the funny thing about cross-sells is 9.5 times out of 10, your customer is thankful for the fact that you put it in front of them. Now, they don't have to choose it. They can just click the back button or click the close button, but you will be very, very surprised at how high cross-sell pop-ups convert. A good pop-up can convert at around 30%. So for every 10 people who see that offer, 3 of them are going to buy. So can you imagine what that would do to your revenue if 3 out of every 10 people added an extra $10, $15, $20, $30 to their cart? Hello! Hashtag increase AOV, anyone? AOV, obviously, is average order value. Sorry, I'm getting a little bit nerdy there. So cross-sells highlight products that go well together, and upsells are exactly that. You're selling someone more of something. And quite often I see this in retail stores as a bundle of products. I've seen this work well in fashion, where an entire outfit is available for purchase with the click of a button. Or actually, my husband just bought a very, very fancy office chair, and they had the option to add a warranty. And in fact, now that I say that, you see that on electrical goods all the time, but I thought it was pretty fancy for a $600 office chair. But these are things that people don't need to use the product, but they're the add-ons that you would add if you wanted to spend more money. And again, offering these to your customer doesn't annoy them. When you do this well, all it does is enhance the customer experience. So now that you've had a bit of an insider look at the type of pop-ups that you can implement, those customized welcome pop-ups, bespoke offers for high-value customers, free shipping, and cross-sell or upsell offers, can you see that when you get pop-ups right, when you spend some time segmenting your list and crafting offers based on your customer journey, you're actually likely to get your customers to buy more and have them thank you for it rather than annoy them. Okay, so now it's over to you. I would love you to hit me up on Facebook or Instagram and let me know which one of these pop-ups you are going to implement in the next 7 days. I'll catch you again next week. I hope you enjoyed this week's episode of the Bringing Business to Retail podcast. You can find all of the show notes over at selinaknight.com. If you found something that you heard today particularly useful, I'd love it if you could leave me a review on iTunes or Stitcher. And of course, feel free to share this episode with someone that you think could benefit by listening to it. Want more retail biz strategies? You can watch the Bringing Business to Retail TV show, where each week I'll answer a question or provide you with a simple, actionable retail biz strategy that you can implement in your business right away. If you have a question or a guest, I'd love to hear from you. Drop my team an email at podcast@selinaknight.com, and I'll see you on the next episode. Have a great week.